TV station. Be the call, the escalation. This is your radio salvation. Go, 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 go.
Vegas. Thank you for tuning in and spending some of your Tuesday with us, whether you're Pacific time in the morning or just starting your lunch hour on the East Coast. We appreciate you taking time on whatever platform that it is you are tuning in. My name is Aaron P. I got Gypsy G on the far end, Aaron E in the middle, posting buttons and stuff over there. And of course, up at the dais, you see two fresh faces sitting here with us. We have Tony F. and Andrew H. And we've reduced this show for time to just letters. We try to save everybody.
We've almost covered the alphabet.
Right? Absolutely.
Yeah.
OMG.
Wow.
That's right.
OMG. A couple more weeks, we'll have the alphabet covered.
Andrew Hill and Tony Felicetta joins us here, entertainers world-renowned, and they are our guest co-hosts as well as our featured guests as we go through the hour. As always, we want to remind you to give us a call during the show if you're inside the United States. 702-329-6947. If you're outside the United States, we love you too. 855-502-4321. As always, send us a live tweet. You send us a tweet using Twitter. Try to say that 10 times fast. And your tweet will actually appear on the screen, and we would love to address it, acknowledge it. Use hashtag Time2Vegas. That is the number 2. And what am I forgetting? Oh, chat rooms. Yes, please send us your questions, comments, thoughts, queries, innuendos, pseudonyms, homonyms, whatever, in the chat room, and we will hominin. So thank you for watching. Remember, we're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Periscope, GoLive.Vegas, and also download the Go Live Vegas mobile app. Take us on the go.
That was exhausting. I need a nap.
I know, right?
Now it's time for a break.
That's right.
Wow.
Every week I try that with one breath, and I turn red like the sticker here before I can get through it. But anyway, welcome, guys.
All right, how you doing?
It's been so much fun. We have Paul McCartney and Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin and anybody else we want to bring out of these guys. Right?
Yeah.
I love Jerry Lewis. I grew up on Jerry Lewis. But anyway, so how are you, Miss Gypsy G?
I'm great. I have had a very, very long week. Are you sure it's only been 7 days? I feel like I haven't been here in a month.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Awesome.
But it's good. So lots been going on in town. We have a few things we want to talk about.
Yes.
Of course, we want to have our guys here involved in the conversation as they are residents of Vegas as well. So what's our first topic?
Absolutely. So I have a sentence here that makes absolutely no sense. So I'm going to share this with you guys. Thursday, congratulations, the Mirage has reopened. Woo! Bravo, bravo. Monday, MGM lays off 18,000 people.
Boo.
Furloughs turned into layoffs. How do you do that? How do you open a casino and then the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days later, lay off 18,000 people? So
If it doesn't make sense, it makes sense. That's the way things are these days.
That's right. Don't ever, when you try to apply logic to certain things, it doesn't work.
No.
It just doesn't work.
Gotcha.
you
The
know?
whole sentence is an oxymoron. I don't like it. I only like the first half of it, right?
That's correct.
Go Vegas on that part.
But it is what it is, unfortunately, and that's what we're seeing in Vegas right now. But
Yep.
all right, but at least it kind of offset. We got
Yeah.
one, we lost one. Still the same. We didn't just lose. Would have been nice if we just added. But
and the layoffs were nationwide, not just Vegas.
Correct.
So not to make it any better, but at least it's not 100% effect on our beautiful city, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
So other than that,
what else you got?
for those of you who missed the governor speaking yesterday, 45-day extension on the residential eviction moratorium. Yes, I had to write that down because that's freaking hard to say. So as of today, September 1st, technically landlords were supposed to be able to evict tenants that haven't been able to pay, which I didn't see that process working anyway because there's like 250,000 people in, what do we have, like four, what are the guys who go out? I was going to say Barstow, but
Inspectors?
that's a city. Constables. Right, that actually go out and make the action happen. So I really didn't see that they were going to be able to pull it off, but fortunately, they are putting money in play to the tune of $10 million to help the tenants, pay the landlords, and keep everyone in the
Federal or state?
I believe
funds.
it's state money
Okay.
because Sisolak himself said, I am dedicating $10 million, so it has to be our money,
And
right?
that's wonderful, and I
Yeah.
hope it helps everybody that needs it. But yet the budgets for the school district continue to be cut, and we lose teachers, and we lose teachers, and we lose
Yeah.
teachers. And I'm still waiting to hear if my job by the 15th, when the budgets come out, will even still be there.
Wow.
So again,
Yeah.
listen, I don't envy anybody of power right now, whether you like the guy, you're Republican,
It's bad.
Democrat, it doesn't matter. I would not want to be like the head of DETA right now. Who wants to be the head of the department?
Well, they keep
And-
quitting,
Is
and
it?
then, so they because
Yeah.
of
Obviously, the
threats.
qualifications don't have to be really high.
Speaking of things like teachers being laid off and evictions, like people like me, like many tens of thousands, don't have a dime from unemployment
Yep.
yet. Not yet.
After
23 weeks.
after-
Yeah.
Because you're fraudulent, that's why.
And that was the back half of what, and remember, I'm just the messenger, you guys. I'm not saying any of this is going to work. Just the messenger. But that was the back half of what Governor Sisolak said behind the 45 days, because they know the landlords aren't being paid because they haven't sent anyone, or many, the PUA or the unemployment.
Yeah.
And supposedly, some good news this week, 5,000 people who are waiting for back pay are actually going to get into the system and start getting paid. So if that happens, you guys, you've been waiting and you start getting paid, kind of let us know that it's really happening. That would be great. Yes, you can
5,000.
speak.
I finally have my first $200
$5,000.
unemployment check.
And there you
on its
go.
way to me. $200.
Lunch on Aaron.
Woo! And we'll just have to share one Happy Meal. And I went 20 weeks.
Yeah.
So you said
Oh my
23.
gosh.
I
Well,
totally
yeah, I
got it.
mean, the middle of May is when we actually signed up for the PUA, and
Right.
that's still been nothing but total. It's been 23 weeks, but like you said, 5,000 people.
Hopefully they're
You know what? They pat themselves on the back for that. It's like, no, there's still this large
Right.
number of people that still haven't gotten anything, but you think
Agreed.
it's okay because we got 5,000 people paid, so hey, we're doing all we can. No. 2 court orders, judges saying pay them now, and they do this much instead of doing all that much.
Yeah, and not
You know?
5,000 paid yet. 5,000 possibly paid.
Right,
it.
possibly, yeah.
paid this week because he just spoke yesterday. So
Yeah,
I know.
again, we're just messengers, right?
Yeah.
And
We-
of course,
we're
it
not
was.
privy to behind
Was
the
it
scenes.
late last week when Sisolak finally applied on behalf of the state for the extra $300?
Yes.
Well, that'll
Why
be
he
another
did-
that'll be another 8 weeks
That
or
was a
10
messy
weeks.
interview.
Right. So why didn't he apply when it first became available? Plus, the state, as of right now, is not adding that extra $100.
Not doing it.
They're just leaving it
Yeah.
at 300.
Wow.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
There's a lot of things we can discuss about him.
And that's why we are
Livid
19. And we'll
Livid.
we'll see how I worked that in there.
Thank you.
That was smooth.
You like that? I am a professional.
I'm sure it'll come up again a few times.
right.
Yeah.
I am a
Right
professional.
about the
Do not
part
try
where
to sit
everyone
on.
turns red. Yeah.
702-329-6947 is our number. Call in. Give us your thoughts on anything we're talking about. We'll get to these guys specifically after our break. Anything else on your list?
No, not really. That was kind of the update. It was quick. Well, you know what? Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
what is-
we're going to
oh,
have some fun here. Get ready to laugh. Okay, most you know I'm hot, sexy, and single, right? And
Right.
if you didn't, you now
Right.
know I'm
Chuck
single. You might
Woolery.
not have known the single part.
Chuck Woolery is about to walk in any moment now.
So,
Outtime.com.
what was that? The match?
What was the name of the show he hosted with the matches? Do you remember what it was?
Match Game PM?
No.
No.
It was a Love Connection.
Love Connection.
Love
Yes,
Connection.
that's right.
Wait, did we just go back to the 60s again?
Hey!
There you go.
Woo!
God, how about 80s?
What about ChristianSingles.com?
I don't think they'd like me.
By the way, you don't need to say single. You could say spousally challenged. That's the
Oh, I like
PC.
that.
Yeah, I know.
I
That's
like
one of
that.
mine. Thank you very much. You can say I'm spousally challenged.
Spousally.
Love
Me,
it.
I don't say I'm single. I say I'm a bachelor because that sounds cooler.
That's
That
a cool
actually
word.
does.
That's a
Bachelor.
strong word. I can't
But
use
for,
that word.
For
It
you,
sounds
yeah, for
weird.
you could say spousally challenged.
I am spousally challenged.
There you go.
So anyway, I'm thinking about going out and hitting whatever bars that serve food that are open. So I,
There's
so I,
two of them. Two of
is
them.
there two? All right, so I'm going to be at both of them Saturday night. So I was practicing some lines, and so here they are, right? Let me know which ones you like best. So I really can't stay, baby. It's COVID outside.
Oh, so these are pickup lines.
These are cheesy
Pickup lines.
pickup
Oh,
lines,
around
right?
COVID?
That's a good one.
wonderful.
So let me know which one you guys think is going to
outside.
work
All right.
best for me,
Okay.
right?
For Gypsy.
And,
Okay.
and Tony, I'll share them with you,
We'll
right?
pass on
I
that.
know-
We'll
I know
pass
you're
on
a
that one.
bachelor.
Comedy gold.
So without you, my life is as empty as a supermarket shelf.
That's a good one. I
like that one,
Especially
right?
the toilet paper aisle.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, since all libraries are closed, I'm checking you out,
Oh,
No,
Yeah.
that's very smooth.
That's a good one.
I
right?
like that.
I could see
Okay.
Tony using that later at lunch.
Tony, you can use that.
Oh my gosh, you smell so good. Is that Purell?
A little under the chin, a little under
So
the ears.
tell me, do you cough here often? So I saw you from across the bar. Stay there. I don't know if
702.
that one will bring me any luck, but
No,
I like
that,
it.
yeah,
I
that one,
like
that
it.
one might be a problem.
Okay, so let's see.
Especially if you're going to a bar, you said.
Oh, this is a good one. Please join me for a drink. I'll pay for your fine.
Seriously, folks, these are about to end real soon. Don't worry.
Yeah, this is the last one, so don't let me screw it up.
We're losing viewers. Hurry up.
I know. Let's see, and I might screw this one up. I'll leave you with this. Non-pickup for the COVID days. Oh, nothing like, this isn't a pickup line, it's just like, nothing like relaxing on the couch after a long day on the couch. That was kind of a no-job line.
But
Yes,
Right,
Well,
what?
the baby it's COVID outside was really funny. Yeah,
I
like
should
that
have stopped at number one.
one. Oh, that was great. It's a good start. Yeah.
All right, so I hoped you laughed. With that being said, are we going to break? Or are we
I
gonna
guess
tell
we're going to
the
go to
world who
break.
These guys
No,
are?
we're going to go to break.
Let's get a break.
All right.
I do have a hello in the live video comments box from I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Miwa Ogletree.
Oh,
She
yes.
says aloha.
Aloha.
Is she from Hawaii?
She's from Hawaii.
So Hawaii's listening right now?
They're listening on lockdown.
I also got East Coast checked in. We got Hawaii. Wonderful. Thank you all for watching.
International.
We are international. Is Hawaii
Hey.
part of is international now?
Apparently.
Okay.
East Coast? Is there people from New York listening?
I have somebody from Jersey, a good friend of mine.
Jersey.
From
Is
Central Jersey.
Anybody from named Tony from around that area?
Happens to be Steven. Happens to be Steven.
It's not a very New York name.
Yeah.
His last name is Nagel.
All right.
Okay.
It's like Cohen.
Wait a minute,
It's like,
Stephen Nagel?
yeah.
He owes me $20.
Yes,
that guy. Hey.
Send a
I want my
certified
money.
check.
Wise
Exactly,
guy.
because he's 23 weeks out, so he needs that $20. You're watching Time to Vegas. Aaron and Gypsy with special guests Andrew Hill and Tony Felicetta. We'll be back with these guys officially right after this. Are you looking for someone to provide training to your sales staff? Do you need a motivational speaker about how to handle change? Do you have an upcoming event that needs an MC to handle those responsibilities? Well, look no further than longtime Las Vegas radio personality Aaron Phillips. I am local to Las Vegas, and I can blend my talents with any audience. For more information, please visit www.aaronphillipsvoice.com and book me for your next event or training needs. All right, welcome back. It's always Time to Vegas when you're watching Time to Vegas with Gypsy G. I'm Aaron P. Aaron E. on the board, pushing all the buttons, making all the sounds. But now it is time for Gypsy and I to stop making sounds.
Yes.
Because we have two professionals who make some sounds. Leave that for what it's worth.
How can we?
I have no idea where I was going with that, so I just kind of let it hang out there. Anyway, officially, gentlemen, welcome to the show, Andrew Hill and
Hello.
Tony Felicetta. We appreciate you guys taking time.
Yeah,
We have lots of time.
Nothing but time. Nothing but time.
Great lead in there, yeah.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Aaron.
You know, normally entertainers getting up this early in the morning to do anything
Yes.
under normal circumstances is very difficult.
Well, see, I have a thing as an entertainer. When I'm out at night, I tell people this. I say, I have to go home and go to bed. I got to get up sometime tomorrow.
That's right.
There you go.
I like
Hey,
that.
Gypsy's writing that one down.
Yes.
Write
I
that one
am.
down.
She's going to add that to her COVID pickup lines.
First time I don't have my pen.
Well, I
Yeah.
think the typecasting of entertainers sleeping all day,
Yeah.
you know.
We resemble that remark.
Yeah. maybe Vinny A. Maybe Vinny. Okay, he can sleep, but us older guys, we get up early. We have
That's true.
responsibilities and things not to do.
Very true. My daughter's a sound engineer for national touring companies. She was on Frozen before it got shut down in
And she is
Portland.
frozen now.
She is frozen and frozen out. But like you got like entertainer, she would have to be at the house by 6 o'clock or whatever it is.
Yep.
Don't get out of there till almost midnight. She first goes out and drinks and have a little dinner, and 3 p.m. she wakes up from sleep. You know, so it's a crazy
Well,
crazy schedule.
I just want to let you know, I only became an entertainer because I never became a porn star.
That's right.
So that's why I
Wait, a
am what
porn
I am.
It is never too late.
Pawn star or porn star?
Porn star.
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
Never,
Porn.
Never too late. Okay, well, what time is it?
He wanted to be the new Chum Lee.
Yeah, exactly.
You want these pickup lines so you can work your way in?
Always
yeah,
about
I might use them.
All right, a little background on our guest this morning, folks. Andrew, and I'm going to kind of pick out some of the things that we have here. He is part of Forever Fab. He plays Paul McCartney. The Beatles tribute band has been performing the best of the Beatles for almost 3 years in Hawaii. It was created and named by Andrew, the producer, from Newcastle, NSW. What is NSW?
New
stand
South Wales, like BC is British Columbia.
Gotcha.
New
Thank you.
South Wales, where all the,
for? Okay. where all the-
stars come from.
I was just going to say where all the good people are, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Andrew's been performing as Paul McCartney throughout his life. His first career in the Beatles world started in Sydney when he produced his very first show called the Australian Beatles Show back in the mid-'90s. Very cool.
That's very
cool.
We didn't have to think hard for the name back then.
No, exactly. What was the inspiration? Why the Beatles for you?
Well, let's see. A couple of things. Growing up, I loved the music, and from Australia back in the 80s, music was huge back in Australia back then. I mean, there was 3 television stations. There was basically just the newspapers, and if what was regarded as social media back then was going to see a band. So if you want,
Because you were being social, actually.
Facebook was going out to see a band. So I'd play in bands and we'd play 5 nights a week. Tony was probably the same in LA. 5 nights a week, different venues everywhere, and everywhere was packed. Everything was all about music back then, and everyone was very supportive of live music. That's when all the great bands like In Excess and Midnight Oil and Little River Band and Air Supply and all those huge breakout bands came, because there was a huge circuit in Australia, which is not there anymore. It's gone. So around the mid-'90s, we did the Beatles anyway. So we did the Beatles, and it was a good show, and but it was very specific. So we'd play a club in Australia and Sydney and say, you guys were great. They loved it. We'll see you in 12 months, which is like, okay. So
So we were that good,
Wow.
huh?
well, that's how they thought about things. You know,
Right.
it was really good. We can't bring it back too soon. So we started doing more touring in Southeast Asia. So we toured all over in Singapore and Hong Kong and Vietnam and Malaysia and Papua New Guinea and Bali and all those places. So we toured most of the time, 6 months of the year in Asia. And that was fun. That was really, really good. I mean, that was great. And they loved the music there, especially they even couldn't speak English because it was universal. I think the biggest groups at the time in Hong Kong when we were there was the Beatles, Bee Gees, and the Carpenters as far as record sales.
Sure,
Wow.
sure.
And Kenny G.
Kenny G.
Always bloody Kenny
Is he
G.
still around?
He's
Let's-
around. He's around in every dentist surgery. He's there. You'll hear him. You'll hear Kenny G.
So did you get
Relax.
did you get involved with the Beatles music because they were your largest influence growing up? Or
Pretty
was that-
much so, because I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the music. I liked the songs. It was an influence. And, you know, mind you, you know, with the Beatles stuff, then we did that. And as I said, it was very specialised. So I thought, you know what? This is going to cut it. So we formed another band called 60s Mania, which was a bit of everything from the 60s. So it was like a smorgasbord. So if you hated the Doors, well, you only had to put up with 10 minutes of the Doors. You know, and if you hated this, we just did that. So we did that, and that was so much for more variety. We get a lot more return booking.
Right on.
And basically that built up and up and up and up. So it was equal to the Beatles. And the trouble is, though, to a degree, with doing, say, the Beatles things, there are so many Beatle bands in the world now. Beatles now is like Elvis impersonators 30 years ago.
Right.
They're everywhere.
Sure.
You can have a 400-pound John Lennon. It doesn't matter. You know.
I saw him at the gas station.
And they insist on putting the suits and wig on. It's like they look like Laurel and Hardy.
We have
But-
big Elvis. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, right? As an
yeah,
entertainer.
yes,
Yeah.
I've seen him. Anyway, so just play the music. Don't say you're a tribute, because the tribute, they weren't like that. Anyway,
Right.
so we did those type of shows, and then we did a lot of the 60s stuff, and then we started touring a lot in Asia. And then in Australia, what happened around the 90s was very similar to what's happening around now. Is in Australia, the pubs were where all the bands played, in the pubs. And the pubs are like, I don't know if you have pubs here. You don't have pubs here. So it's just a bar. They call them a bar
Right.
here. So in Australia, they're called pubs. And they'd have the big outdoor area where the bands would play, and the bands come in and they get 1,000 people all drinking beer and going crazy.
Good time.
It was good times. But two things happened back then. They clamped down on drink driving
Right.
big time. So they'd park the DUI bus out the front
Yeah.
down the street from the pub.
Jeez.
And in Australia, they don't do that stupid crap where they pull you over and touch your nose and jump on one foot and say the alphabet backwards. They don't do any of that crap.
Right.
It's like, blow into this.
Right.
You blow into it, and you just get thrown in jail.
702-329-6947 is our call-in line. Make sure you press 1 when you dial that number so you can come right into the studio. I put the number in both of my chat rooms, both the watch party and live video. So give us a call. Talk to the guys. Ask them what's going on. So now let's turn to Tony. Tony, you might recognize from the Tiki Bar, Tiki performances here in town. He
Golden
was-
Tiki, yeah.
Yeah.
The Golden Tiki. I watched the Ghost Adventures episode where that was there. And of course, as I've read through your bio here, you got Dean Martin. You got Dean Martin, you got Jerry Lewis. You've been on TV and movies. And what are your movie credits here?
Aaron?
Yes.
Chuck Norris?
Chuck
Well,
Norris?
right now,
yeah, a
yeah.
little bit. Yeah,
All right,
I
Chuck
can see it.
Norris.
Or Carlito's Way.
I did. I saw
I
Ringo.
like that one.
I saw Ringo
Chaz
on
Bono.
there.
I feel
right?
protected.
Yeah,
Chaz,
Ringo.
Chaz Bono. Actually, we do have
That
a
was
picture of him
delayed.
as Sonny with Cher here in the picture.
I did Sonny. Well, the beard just came up, when we were locked down.
You
I
did
figured-
get those pictures, yes?
I've never.
The one of Sonny and Cher, one of the pictures. I sent all those pictures over in his email.
Yeah.
Did you get my homeless guy photo that I sent with my beard?
Check your Gmail. I did not FTP them because
it's a TV guide cover.
Anyway. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you were also in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I love that movie.
Yeah, the first probably about 18 minutes into the movie when they're in the airport
Yeah.
in Wichita,
Right.
And Steve Martin and John Candy are talking, and the camera goes to each one. Right behind Steve Martin's head, you'll see me with my big hair and my big nose. Right behind him, I'm a little out of focus, but I mean it's me.
It's you.
And
thought
I'm
that
there.
was you.
And I stopped. I kind of talked to somebody behind, but it's like for about 5 seconds, it's me and my and
Right
Steve
on.
Martin on the.
Have they asked you for the remake
right
to go
on.
come in for the remake?
Yeah.
Got to
Sign
put a little
off,
more
please.
gray in the hair,
Yeah.
probably.
But I did a lot of stuff back then.
Yeah.
It was in
I saw the Drew Carey show on your list.
Drew Carey show,
Back to
yeah.
the Beach.
Back to the Beach. Yep.
Crazy. So
Cheers and Night Court and all kinds of
Night
other
Court.
stuff.
That was
Yeah.
another great
There was
show.
a lot of stuff.
that was a great show.
That was a whole other lifetime ago in L.A.
Yeah. So how long have you been out here? We talked before. You're from SoCal.
I came out in 05 to
Okay.
open up the Fab Four Mania show that
right.
was at the Planet Hollywood. Actually, we've played together many times. He filled in with that show, and I've played with his band
Yeah.
and stuff. So we've done the Ringo
of stuff,
and Paul
yeah.
McCartney thing for many
And
times.
60s, yeah.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
we came out here in 05 to open up that show, and at that time, Vegas was just going through the roof. The
Going
economy
nuts.
was great. You could just smell the money outside. It was incredible. It was like, wow, this is a dream come true. I'm playing on the Las Vegas Strip 6 nights a week. Got money in the bank. I met a beautiful girl. It's like I got everything going on. It's Las Vegas, And then not too long after that, things just did what they did. But luckily, the show kept going, and I was in the show for 11 years, and I still play Ringo. I play with a group called Yesterday, and we tour around a lot. Well, we did tour around a lot up until a few months ago.
Right.
That's and the beard will be coming off next month because I have a gig with Yesterday in San
Nice.
Diego at the Palace
Can't you just
Casino.
put makeup over it?
I'd like to, yeah.
Real quickly, I was reminded in the chat room from Hawaii
Yeah.
that you mentioned that there were two things that happened in Australia during that time. One was the fact that they were cracking down on drunk driving.
Yep.
What was the second thing?
The second one was
Good.
the pubs were allowed to put in card machines, which are like basically slot machines,
Okay.
gambling. So a publican could make $250,000 profit from one machine per year.
Wow.
Let's see how many beers you've got to sell to equal that.
Yeah.
They put
Really?
so they'd look at all that space and say,
Sure.
we can make a gaming room.
Wow.
And gaming is huge in Australia,
Sure.
the machines. So
I
that,
didn't know
that
that.
that was the death knell of most of the
Wow.
live stuff. So then there was only
Not
the
uncommon
clubs.
in Vegas when all the lounge acts within a casino were disappearing because they were remodeling that part of the casino for what? More gambling spaces.
Right.
So it's not. It's
That's
not.
what, that's
not
what happened with my cousins that actually owned the Golden Tiki when it was the Marker Down back in the 80s, and then it became the Golden Tiki
Oh,
later.
was that the Marker Down?
That was the Marker
Okay, I
Down.
did
Yeah,
not
so
know
if
that.
you've grown up here,
Yeah,
you know the Marker
yeah.
Down. So my cousins, Chuck Wadeen and his boys, opened that place
The
up.
boys.
They put the bar in there. That bar that's still there was the original bar. But they also owned Money Plays, and when they had bands come into Money Plays, it was great, but they didn't make as much money as when they didn't have bands because everybody stood and watched the bands instead
Yeah.
of going over to go gamble. So it was like a 50-50,
Balance, yeah.
just like
Wow.
you said.
Yep.
They're making more money, and that's all that matters to people sometimes.
So a blast from the past. Aaron's going to pop up the picture that we were referring to as the Sonny and Cher picture.
Ah, there
you
it
go.
is, yeah.
TV
Oh,
guy.
right
Now,
on.
who played Cher in that picture?
That's Cher.
Joelle Rigetti.
Okay. She's not tall enough, though.
Well, she's standing a little behind me.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, I'm probably not too. I'm not too short, for that.
That's true.
But she plays Cher all the time, and she's also in the Rat Pack is Back show
Oh,
as
right
the
on.
bunny, and I fill in as Dean Martin with that show.
Oh, right on.
So she does Cher all the time, and I said, hey, if you ever need a Sonny, if they need a Sonny and Cher, I said I put the Ringo wig and mustache on, and people say I look like Sonny Bono. So it's like, if you ever get a call, let me know. And so she got a call.
Right on.
This was like last summer or whatever, about a year ago. And we did a big meet and greet, and it
Right on.
was great.
So how did you both? I'm going to throw this to both of you. Obviously, you guys do what you do for the love of it. When did you know? What was the first moment in your life, whether it was in high school, middle school, whatever, or college, or yesterday, when you realized that this gig was what you wanted to do for life? What was your aha moment in your lives that said, "Okay, I can do this as a living and have fun"?
Well, you want to go?
You go first.
Okay. Well, for me, it kind of started when I was born because I literally can say I was on film, I was on camera the moment I was born. Because
I'll agree.
My dad was in the waiting room with the movie camera. There's the window, and there's my mom, and there's the doctor, and you just don't see anything graphic, but you see the doctor pulling me right out of the sheet where my mom is and bringing me right up there. And the moment I was born, I was on camera.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I could actually say that And so I was always a ham. I was always that guy on stage and things. My dad filmed us all the time. If you look on my YouTube channel, the Mr. Lucky 59, you'll see home movies and stuff. And there's a home movie of me and my brother and my 3 cousins that were performing the Chipmunks Sing the Beatles record. We were lip syncing to it, which was my record that my sister bought me.
I love the Chipmunks.
And so there's a home movie of us. I'm John Lennon. I got a wig on. My brother's playing, the bongos. He's got a wig on. We all got our jammies with the feetsies in it, And my 3 cousins are the Go-Go Girls down there, and we're performing in front of my relatives and stuff.
Right on.
And I was, 6 years old or something. But I would
That's
always
cool.
do performances at schools and just I always wanted to be on stage. That was me.
Right on.
I
That's
was,
cool.
And
That's
so it's been my life. It's in my blood.
Absolutely. Andrew, how about you?
Well, see, I didn't have that type of background, Tony. I enjoy the crowning picture of your anyway.
There's a crowning moment in his life.
Oh, that's a great photo. It's his homepage. Anyway, let's see. I went through high school, as most kids do, and everyone said, "What are you going to do when you leave school?" And I said, "I don't have a bloody faintest." I did not have a clue. I just wanted to go to the beach and ride my surfboard in Australia. Mm-hmm. And I thought, well, I'm not going to make a career riding my surfboard because every other kid on the east coast of Australia thinks the same thing, and there wasn't really a circuit. So then I started playing music, and I enjoyed doing that. And then what probably really pushed me to the situation was getting a normal 9-to-5 job. I hated it.
What are those?
Yeah, that
what are those?
9 to 5? Wasn't that a movie?
I understand
Actually,
that.
no,
completely.
I worked at a television station in Newcastle called MBN Channel 3. And I worked there. I was in the telecine room, which means putting all the film on the sprockets, right? Anyway, so I had to have a sickie. We had a gig one night, so I thought, okay, I rang up, very sick, I can't come to work. So I'm playing the show at this, just in this shitty, crappy...
That's okay. You're fine. You're
So
good.
beep, in this crappy bar. Next minute, lo and behold, there are the bosses having a drink at the same bar.
Oh, boy.
Monday morning,
Boy.
come into the office.
Oh, no.
Thank you. Here's your papers. Please leave the premises. So that was the end of my job. And then basically did that, and I auditioned for a group in Sydney, and I got the gig for that. And then that year, we went to play at Australia Day in South Australia in Adelaide. And it was the biggest crowd I've ever played to. We played to 200,000 people.
Wow.
Whoa.
So I
That's
thought,
great.
you know what?
That's huge.
This is a good job.
Yeah.
This
Might
is
be
a good
onto
job.
something here.
This is good. And seeing the world and seeing the country. I mean, I've been all over the world, not on my own dime, playing music. I've been seen everything.
That's beautiful.
Playing gigs and so forth. And I just loved it. I just thought this is a great way to make a living, and seeing the world. Because most people don't see the world. You only live once. So, it's like you speak to people, I've never left the town. Like, why?
I know.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the beauty. Like when we just traveled throughout the states, and you go to Colorado, you go to Alabama, you go to Florida for a couple of days. You go do this. You go to you see enough of the city without spending too much time there, and you're getting paid, and you do a gig,
Yeah.
and you go home. It's like, I kind of liked Colorado, or I kind of liked,
Yeah.
that.
Right.
And
You've got
then
a
you go
taste of
home.
it, yeah.
So I've been to, 25, 26 states, and so I've seen a lot of it, But
Paid vacations are great.
yeah,
right?
so it's a very unique way to see around.
As we
Yeah.
get ready... Go ahead. No, go ahead.
One, I got reminded of something you were talking about, like first gigs and stuff.
Yeah.
So I do have to go back to my first technical
Please.
gig. In 5th grade, we used to have this talent
Great.
show every Friday, and the teacher said you could do whatever you want. So I wanted to have, I wanted to perform. So I got my buddies together, and we lip synced to "All Right Now," the song
Yeah,
by Free.
great song.
And so I had a drum, and I was like lip syncing the song because I was the lead singer, and a friend on bass, and a kid guitar, and somebody else. And our light show was a color wheel, the old Christmas color wheel. So we turned the lights off on that. So
High tech.
So in order to be good, I asked the teacher, it's like, can we not go out at recess? It's at lunch. Can we rehearse? We wanted to rehearse because we wanted to be good. She goes, yeah. So our classroom, the windows were right there next to where the field was. And so the girl that I had a crush on all through school, Dee Dee Parker, when we were in there rehearsing.
Remembers her name.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Like Winnie Cooper.
When we were, yeah, exactly. We were in there rehearsing, and nobody was in there except the 5 of us. And Dee Dee Parker and her friend come over to the window, and she goes like this and starts watching me, and I'm just going,
Oh my gosh.
oh yeah, this is what it's all about. I got Dee Dee Parker watching me doing my.
Right
I
on.
want to be a rock star.
That's
you know?
it.
So that was kind of.
Right,
That
that's
was
a-
the aha
that was
moment.
it, exactly.
That was it. I said, this is a good
But
job.
wasn't she looking at the other guy in the band?
Right, she was like, right.
Don't tell me that.
Sorry.
Do we have a
Matter
picture?
at that point. Yeah.
Do you have a picture
Of
of
Dee Dee?
Andrew?
Dee Dee?
Oh,
I did forward to you an email, but that's okay if we don't have one. Yeah, go
That's
back to
okay.
Gmail. So while he's looking that up, what I want to do is, well, now he's looking that up. I can't go to break yet. I can't have him do two things. But Mark Maynard says hello. He's in the chat room.
Hey, Mark Maynard.
He does the Frankie
Frankie
Valli.
Valli.
He's really good.
I was one of the Four Seasons for a gig with him.
Which
Were you
one?
really?
Which
Which
one?
one?
Wait, which season?
Long time ago, yeah.
Right.
I was summer. Yeah.
Bright and happy.
But yeah,
My
we did a
goodness.
gig where we basically lip synced and we did our movements. We had like little headset things on,
Right.
so it looked like we were singing. But
Right.
Mark sang, and
Right.
we just lip synced. There was only 3 of us, and
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, it was a few years ago. It was put together, and it's like, yeah, it was great.
he never
right
called.
on.
He never called you back, did he?
They
No,
lost
it
his
wasn't.
number.
It wasn't his gig. It was. Neil Rob Garrett. It was Rob.
Oh,
Oh,
Garrett's
right,
gig.
right, yeah, yeah.
I've interviewed Rob too. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he's a great
Yeah, he's a
guy.
good
But
fella.
he called me and says, "Hey, we need some Four Seasons for Mark." It's like, "Can you get guys?" And I got Daryl Borges.
Oh, you got Daryl,
and
did
I
you?
got an Elvis friend of mine who's about the same size.
Big
as
Elvis?
Me. No. So the 3 of us, it's like, well, let's work on some moves and do the things and do all. So it was fun.
Little choreography. I
But you
love
know
it.
what's great though? Go on YouTube and look up Frankie Valli from the 60s.
Right.
They stand there like 4 ugly Italians. There's no dancing. There's none of that movement.
They were just there.
There's
They were just
there
there.
may be some foot tapping. That's
That's
it.
about it.
that
Exactly.
was before Michael Jackson, right?
That was
Taught
bef-
everyone how to move.
that was before Broadway.
Mark says that you were a great season.
Well, thank
All
you,
right,
Mark.
Wiley, I'm gonna have to throw it. No, you still
And
need
Jim-
another minute too. You got.
Jim Dunton was the other Four Season, my Elvis buddy.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
Jim.
throw up here a picture.
Throw
of,
up.
No, we're not gonna throw up.
Throw up. Thanks.
We're go-
Nice lead in, Aaron.
I'm out.
All right, let me rephrase that. We're gonna put up
Yep.
a picture here as soon as Aaron can get up. There we go.
All right.
There we are.
Hey.
There you go.
There we
Advantage in
are.
action.
Very
Who's-
cool.
Which one are you?
That's me on the left. I'm the left-handed guy.
Who's the George and the
That I think that's Omar. And there's my daughter. See my daughter sticking
right
her
in the
head
middle.
over?
Look at
Oh
that.
yeah.
That's Ava.
I didn't notice that until you mentioned it.
There she is.
The fifth Beatle.
That's right. If
And
there
there's-
was an eye, she'd be
I know.
dotting it perfectly.
And there, so that's Bobby G on the left. That's me, and my daughter Ava. That's Dennis on drums, and the far right, that's Alistair, who's now touring when they do with Rain,
Oh,
the
right
big
on.
production show.
Actually, his daughter was playing an early role of Yoko Ono in that picture. So,
No, she didn't want to break up the band.
all right. With that, while we flip through some of these other pictures here, some of the things that have
Nice.
been done that way, we're going to get ready to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to kind of bring it home a little personally here and chat with them about some of the things that they're doing to survive what's happening in Vegas, get their take on some things, and what they see for the future of entertainment in Las Vegas. You're watching Time to Vegas. That's Gypsy. I'm Aaron. We got the guys here, and you folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 30 seconds.
LAX, Vegas, here we come singing, yeah, 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 yeah.
All right, as we come back, give us a call, 702-329-6947, 702-329-6947. They send us a live tweet. It'll show up on screen. We'll address it using
That
hashtag
is not a Dean Martin move.
using hashtag Time to Vegas. I have to ask you this. Give me one. I need to hear a Jerry Lewis voice come from somebody.
Well, not from me. I'm
It
not
won't be.
Jerry
It
Lewis,
won't be
yeah.
me.
Not from me.
All I got from Jerry Lewis is, "Hey, lady." That's what everybody
I
says.
think just about everybody has that
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
right?
I don't.
So
Standard.
Bravo, I don't.
702-329-6947. When you call that number, make sure you press the number 1 to get direct into the studio.
It's like Dieter. You got to point 1 to speak to
Exactly. Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
go on hold for
You know what you
20,000
All the
hours.
Dieter operators are standing by.
We'll put you on hold, but if it sounds like
good
a dial
luck.
tone, don't worry.
Aaron has to record the hold music for the Dieter when people ring up for
I
unemployment.
can actually sing every flippin' hold
God.
music
I
that's
learned the
associated.
guitar part for it.
Oh, did you? I hate anytime that
funny.
they say I'm going to put you on hold. I'm like, oh no, you ain't. No matter who I call. Anyway, all right. So let's reel it in. Vegas obviously has gone through a major change since the middle of March. Entertainers like yourselves, many are out there doing things from home. They're still continuing to try to do things, really prepping for what's going to be a new business model of entertainment at some point.
Yeah.
Regardless of controversy, of what's happening with bars and ambient music. I'm not even talking about that. Talk about how listen, obviously it affected you guys because there's no opportunities to perform. That's the obvious thing.
Oh, yeah.
How else has it affected you? And what are you trying to do now, like Live at 19, some other things that you guys have going on to supplement your life in the entertainment field right now?
Well, you want to go first?
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I think basically for myself, like a lot of musicians, it's gone two ways. There's the musicians that are just, and the entertainers that are just like falling off the radar, and not for anything because they've got no reason to me, look at me. There's those people that just want to disappear and just chill out and wait till all comes back.
Okay.
Then there's the other people that still want to be out there and try and do their postings, and here I am playing in my bedroom with the toilet in the background door open, my guitar, and
Well, it adds a certain beat, doesn't it?
Come on
you know,
in.
and please pay me. I don't want to do that. I wouldn't do that. I don't think that's cool because I think for a lot of entertainers, you spend so many years building up your reputation or your mystere or whatever you do as your specialty, and it has value. Mm-hmm. And I think once you strip all that away, and like here I am playing a John Denver song on my acoustic guitar in my bedroom,
right.
and here's where I want some money. I think that just devalues the value of what you've done over the years. So that's my personal feeling on that. So and hats off to anyone who does it, and if they do it properly, it's great.
Okay.
But I don't think so. And I think the entertainment thing in Vegas right now, and I rang in months and months ago to you.
Yes, you did.
And because there was all these people on your car saying, yep, that's what they're going to do. They're going to bring back round-the-clock entertainment. They're going to bring up all these great lounge acts like Louis Prima we used to have, and we're going to bring back the 99-cent cocktails, and we're going to bring back the $1.99 breakfast at midnight. And I thought, these people are delusional. These people are just nuts. They're not going to bring that back. Mm-hmm. Because the one thing I've learned from being in Vegas for over 20 years is Vegas always moves forward. Mm-hmm. They don't say we go back unless it's the Sahara changing the name back.
Yeah. Flashbacks are only in your head.
Who had that idea? Let me buy the most iconic casino in Vegas history, the Sahara, and let's change it to a 3-letter name that means absolutely shit.
Right. Yep.
And then let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And you know what happened? It died. So then now they're
So they turned it
scrambling to
back.
try and buy back all the stuff they gave away. But
Well, it's kind of like the arch in front of the Strat. What is that about?
well, that's basically
that's-
that's basically why the
that's
window's
moving
up.
forward.
You're hitting
Yeah.
you're hitting the crack zone. So
Red warning area.
You're going to the bad part. It's wind them up, kids.
Yeah. Lock your doors.
Lock your doors. Anyway,
Yeah.
30 million people served.
Yeah.
so that's the thing, and I think basically, I think that all these people were saying this, and I thought this is just nuts. These people are just delusional, and I didn't mean that in a bad way. But Vegas always moves forward, and the scariest words for an entertainer you'll ever hear is when people say it's okay. Vegas always reinvents itself. If anyone ever says that, be really, really, really scared, because what that means is we've lost so much money. We need to figure out a way how we can cut out running costs. What was the first thing to ever go when they cut running costs? Entertainment.
Right.
Second thing, servers on the floor. Mm-hmm. Third thing, cutting the menu in the restaurants or cutting the menu out, basically.
Right.
So that's what happens. So they use that, and then they use that for an excuse why they get rid of the lounges. Mm-hmm. And then reinvent. And then the other thing with reinvent themselves is, how can we still get money out of tourists without them realizing it? Mm-hmm. So now there's the COVID tax.
Right.
So for me, I think I'm just very cynical because I've seen this for years, and they try and disguise it all up with Vegas strong, and it's like that's great, but in the meantime, the people who have the power, they don't care less.
Right.
It's all about revenue and making money back for their shareholders. Mm-hmm. So they will cut the lounges out, and they will always, because here's the thing with the lounges, and we had a year contract every year. We do a year contract at the Fiesta Casino in Henderson, the one that's closed permanently now.
Right.
I said to my agent, I think this contract's null and void, don't you? But
Yeah.
Even then, playing in that lounge, it was all about the alcohol revenue. And the old days of saying, we have the lounge, we like having it. No, it has to pay
Sure.
for itself.
Absolutely.
And the trouble with the lounges is you'll have all these people sitting there taking up a table thinking they're supporting you.
Right.
And they're sitting there with a glass of water.
Right.
Right.
They're making no revenue. They're
Correct.
taking up a seat.
Correct.
But they think that's supporting you. It's
Right.
like people say, we want to support your show. Can you give us some free tickets?
Right.
That doesn't work.
Yeah.
That doesn't support anything. It's-
Absolutely.
Comp me.
yeah.
Yeah.
But look at all these people. Yes, but they're spending no money.
Right.
So at the
Right.
end of the every night at the casinos, they will ask for the alcohol take.
Right.
And it doesn't matter how good the band is on stage playing and how packed it is. If there's no money revenue coming in, they said, well, you know what?
Right.
We've got to do something. We've got to get rid of you.
But all that was going on though, even prior to the
That's what
shutdown.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So
It was
now we have the
starting, it was
shutdown.
rolling.
So Tony,
It's gonna
what,
be worse.
what are you doing to adjust? And what's your side of the future?
Well, luckily I do so many different things, and one of them is I DJ as well. And I've been DJing.
What's your name? What's your DJ name?
My DJ name
Yeah.
is DJ Tone Deaf. That's DEF. Thank you very much. And I had that back in LA when, like all the other deaf, there was a bunch
Right.
of
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I was like,
that's
hey, I'm
cool.
DJ Tone Deaf. And so I've just kept it. So, but
I like it.
I
That's
DJ at the Golden Tiki, and I'm playing everything from jazzy 60s instrumental, just surf, whatever. Just
Right.
a lot of cool vibe music and stuff that people know. And stuff they
Ambient.
don't. Somewhat, yeah. But
That's a catchphrase.
so luckily,
Yes.
luckily, I'm working there, but they just had to cut back everybody, and so now I got cut back as well as everyone else. So luckily, over the last couple months, I've been able to do that. As far as playing or doing anything like that, no, because none of us are doing that.
We do men's lunch on Tuesday.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I heard about that lunch.
It's a very
Yeah.
special lunch.
I'm still waiting for my
Our
invitation.
standards are very low.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm waiting for my invitation.
Oh, that
But
was
the,
like not good timing.
But being in the lockdown for the 3 months, it was a very unique experience because it was something where I'm not the kind of person who will just sit around because I feel like I'm wasting time and the world is passing me by. I have to keep going. So I'm not going to be that guy that sits there and watches TV
Right.
and
Right.
everything else. But that unique time of that 3 months, it's like, wait a minute, I'm going to sit and do nothing. And so is the rest of the world
Right.
doing nothing at the same time. So therefore, wow, for the first time in my life, I could be a lazy guy and not do anything. But I'm not a lazy guy. I still created things. I made videos. I did some stuff around the house. I created this.
Well,
T-shirts.
we're going to get to that in 1 second, but I have a segue.
Yeah,
I believe
but-
we have a picture when you perform at the Tiki Lounge, what they put up to show who's performing. I understand we have a photo shoot. Is that correct there, Mr. Producer?
Yeah.
No,
there we go.
Look at
no,
it.
That's awesome.
Oh,
That's
blah, blah, blah,
nice.
blah.
But that's
That's
not
my-
the one I was talking about.
Well, that's a good one, though.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
No,
That's what I
very
do.
good. That
That's
is
what I
very
do on
dashing.
Sundays. But
Okay.
and there's
Yeah.
That's
The
not the
Sharps.
one. It's
There's
the
the
one you showed me
Sharps.
before everybody showed up.
that's us on Thursdays.
No, we have a very special one. These are great. Don't get me wrong.
yeah.
The crowning photo.
Yeah.
Okay, that's that.
That's me and Brandon, the main man there, the owner of the Golden Tiki,
Yep.
and me with my shrunken head.
You
that
ready?
they
I was
There
saying,
it is.
Here's the promo picture I was talking
Yeah.
about.
That's me,
Wow.
everybody.
That's
Yeah.
so like you.
It is. That's what they put up when he put. For those other pictures were photoshopped, so don't
Yeah.
believe that. So talk
Whoa.
about this, would you please?
Yes.
So not everybody turns off the show right
Yeah.
So the Golden
I
Tiki.
know nothing.
So Brandon at the Golden Tiki, when after it first opened, he decided to, hey, I'm going to make honor people with shrunken heads, like they would, basically like in Hollywood when they honor someone on the Walk of Fame,
the
they
star.
have a star. But in Vegas, he does it with a shrunken head. So there's mostly local entertainers and some celebrities, people like that. And I've been lucky enough and fortunate enough to host 90% of these, and so I get a little minute intro to the person. Rich Little, Vince Neil, Tom Green, Will and Holly from Land of the Lost.
Oh,
That
my
was-
God, I
that
love
was
that
a lot
show.
of fun.
Yeah.
Randy Couture,
Cools?
Clem Burke, Anthony Cools, John Katslamides. A lot of local people
Sure.
and then bigger people. Rich Little was like the biggest big
You know,
name,
Rich Little and I have something in common.
Yeah?
We're both members of the Las Vegas Entertainers Hall of Fame.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Just thought I'd
Nice.
share that
Wow,
out.
that's good.
Name dropper.
Yeah. Well,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That and $5 still only gets me Starbucks.
I host. Okay, so I host all these shrunken heads, and they're all on display at the Golden Tiki. There's like probably 80 or 90 of them, or 100 or whatever. But a lot of them haven't actually been there. He's got like a Walt Disney head and
Right.
some other people that they just kind of honored. But so I've done it for years. I'm at the Tiki many different nights doing DJing, doing the Sharps, doing Dino, with my other band, the Double Whammies, with filling in with this. So I'm there all
Press
the
your
time.
luck fan, huh?
Yeah, and so some of the people working there says, dude, we're going to name this place the Golden Tony because you're here so often. So it's like, cool.
You're like, okay.
But I would always
Yeah.
do these Shrunken Head events, and it was like, people said, well, when are you going to get yours? It's like, yeah, hey, Brandon, when am I getting my Shrunken Head? You know, whatever. So I kept kind of saying something, and so February 11th, just BC, before
Yes,
Corona,
right.
my other band, the Double Whammies, we were playing there, and Brandon had texted me. He goes, hey, we've got a surprise guest coming in tonight for a Shrunken Head. Don't tell anybody. It's Wayne Newton. And he said, but we're going to have Tana, the tattooed lady. She sometimes co-hosts it with me. He goes, I'm going to have her do the presentation since you're doing your band and everything. But you can get up there and help lift the box and be part of it. It's like, okay, cool. But don't say anything because it's Wayne Newton. It's like, all right. So meanwhile, I'm getting in there, and everybody's starting to know it's not going to be Wayne Newton and it's going to be me.
How
I have no
fun.
idea.
Right.
So we're getting up there. We finished our first set, and Brandon is on the phone, like near me. He goes, okay, you guys are in the back? Okay, they're in the back. You're going to come in a minute?
Setting
Okay.
it up to the very
Totally
end.
right in front of me on his phone. Okay, they're going to come in now. Go ahead up there, Tony. So I stood up there next to the box. Tana starts doing her intro. Everybody's standing around there knowing it's me, not me. And it's under the box, because we lift it up and unveil it. So she starts giving this intro, and it's starting to sound like, that's not Wayne Newton. And I'm looking around. I'm going, where's Wayne Newton? And she's like, yeah, he plays Dean Martin, he's Ringo, and his name spelled backwards is Why Not, which is what I have on my Facebook page. And I go, hey, that's me. And they lifted up the box, like, holy shit, there it
There
is.
you are.
Totally
And so
awesome.
It was the biggest surprise ever, and to this date, that was the last Shrunken
That's
Head
fun.
up
Yeah.
until we closed down. So they're all up on display, and I was supposed to get my nameplate, like everyone has a nameplate
Right.
up there. I still haven't got it yet.
Oh.
There's a little pile of phony poo that's in the thing, and it's got a nameplate for poo. But yet, I don't have a nameplate yet, but Pooh does. So,
But you got the shrunken
yeah, I
head.
got the shrunken
You got
head.
the
One
shrunken head.
day I'll get the nameplate.
Could we start a
Hey,
GoFundMe
so-
for that? You
That's
think?
right. Now, there was an episode of Ghost Adventures
Yes.
for those who followed the show, which actually they were in the Tiki Lounge, and I watched that show.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of funny how everything has just kind of come full circle
Yep.
to see all of that.
And that was great
So-
because I got to set up the whole Shrunken Head with Zach. And so
Right.
what I do on my presentation, it was on film. So
That's awesome.
And when we did it that day, I came down and go, all right, we're going to film it. And, we need to do another take or something. We will. It's like, I'm going to get this on the first take. Let's go. Everybody's around. Boom, boom, boom. Bing, bing, bing. Here you go. Bam, bam, bam. Done. All right. We good? Yeah, we're good. Okay. First take. We're good. So,
Right on.
and then whatever you saw on the show, that was it. And it was great. It was a lot of fun to present that.
I love great
Yeah.
surprises, not bad surprises. But
Yeah.
I want to put you on the spot, and I'll start with you, Tony,
Uh-oh.
because everyone saw the post.
I didn't do it.
You did. Well, hopefully you're gonna. Okay. Dean Martin, Paul McCartney. What's your favorite Dean Martin song?
I have plenty. I mean, Ain't That a Kick in the Head is a great one, but there's some other non-known ones that I like Who's Got the Action, which people know, but they
They're
don't
going
really
to say,
know.
"Who let the dogs out?"
Yeah,
I'm like,
who's-
no way.
Who's Got the Action, and You Can't Love 'Em All. Those are a couple of my favorite ones. But, like Ain't That a Kick in the Head, and That's Amore, obviously the big ones.
standards.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
everything.
If you were going to bust out a song right now, whether it's a whole song or just the lead into it for everyone watching who wants to see Dean Martin,
With a beard.
what would it be, and would you do it?
Oh, how lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? Thank you very much.
There you go. Right on. All right.
All right.
All
thank
right, I think you know where this is going, Andrew.
you. Do your Dean Martin.
Listen, Polly.
Yeah. Favorite Paul McCartney, and you got some eyes on you? Give us some entertainment.
Well. Too many songs.
Okay.
Too many.
Not only from the Beatles,
Meaning
but
you don't have a
Wings.
favorite, but
Well,
like
you know,
them?
and it's not just all about Paul McCartney. I like a lot of other stuff as well. But too many songs. That's why the Beatles were the Beatles.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't say there's just one song for me. So lots of songs from the Beatles.
What song do you
McCartney.
like to perform then in general?
Yeah, well, are you willing to give everyone a taste?
I don't know if I want to give anyone a taste. I don't know.
Give them a taste.
See, no. By the way, did Wayne Newton actually come down after all that?
Yeah,
No, he
right?
wasn't there. And
Damn it!
And is this the first time he's heard the story?
Yeah.
He's probably making pasta like on the
that was
vacation.
the thing I said after the Shrunken Head. It's like, hey, I'm really happy. Thank you for my Shrunken Head and everything. But, hey, I wanted to see Wayne Newton.
That's right.
He's
What a
unattainable.
letdown.
Yeah.
No, I bet when Wayne Newton didn't show up, you were livid.
I was almost livid.
Almost
You know,
livid.
yeah.
I'll bail you out for not having to sing. By the
There you
way.
go.
By the way, my friend in New Zealand is watching.
New Zealand?
Yeah.
New Zealand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We are international.
You know, that's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even people from New York are
But you know
watching. That's international.
Here's the most common thing. Sorry about getting New Zealand. So the most common thing whenever I used to tour in Australia, around here, and I think people say, "I love your accent." So, okay, thank you. Where are you from? Australia. Guess what the next statement would always be from every American?
Simon Cowell.
Put a shrimp on
No,
the Barbie?
no.
No, because he's new.
No, let's say, I've always wanted to go there.
Oh, yeah, right.
And I was going to get
Yep,
business
yep.
cards recently saying, I don't care.
I already am there.
No, but, sorry,
No,
just
that
not.
makes sense.
My other favorite American story?
Yes.
My favorite story. We're in Louisiana. We're playing down one of the casinos there for a 6-week run.
Right.
Finished the show. We went to, I think it was Fred's Supermarket. I think it was one of those soup chains down there, whatever it's called. So I went there. So it was about midnight. Everyone went and got some supplies. And the young girl's checking out, you know, doing the scanning. And she said, I love your accent. I said, oh, yeah, you know. Where are you from? So Australia. So that's where that crazy crocodile hunter guy's from. I love him. He's crazy. You know. So yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
It was the same, like when I was living in L.A. and I would tell people I'd go travel somewhere or whatever. I remember we were in New Orleans one time, and I told people I live in Hollywood. They go, California? I go, well, yeah, because they're close to Hollywood, Florida,
Right.
and I never
Yeah,
thought
I'm
about
sure.
that.
That's right.
But
Anyway,
a
back
lot
to
of-
my story.
a lot
Hang
of-
on.
A lot of times when you lived in L.A. and they go, oh, then you must live at the beach, or you live next door to like celebrities.
My story will beat yours. I'm
Okay,
telling you
you
now.
go
Mine's
ahead.
going to poo all over
you
your
keep
story.
doing
Well,
that.
here's the thing. We only have 4 minutes
Okay,
left.
here it is. Here's a quick story. So anyway, so
I want to get to
Story.
live it.
okay, I love your accent. Where are you from? Australia. Did you drive here?
Oh,
I
no.
said, no. I said, there's the ocean, 10,000 miles. I said, no. Oh, quick as a flash. She didn't lose it. Oh, so you caught a ferry. I walked outside.
No,
and said,
but I'm still
I
trying.
walked
No.
outside. I said, my children are never going to go to any educational areas here in America.
These things called planes.
Anyway,
Peter Pan.
that was my
That's
story.
a great
Right
story.
on.
On the back of that, I did write a book with a friend of mine about Vegas and 3 stupidest questions. Yeah, we use the stupid word that vegans are always asked, whether you're a dealer, a bartender, an entertainer. The tourists will always come up and go, hey, do you live in Vegas? As if we fly in every
Right.
night. So yeah,
Yes.
I can relate to
Yeah,
that.
and I don't live.
It's-
I don't live in sleeping bags between Bally's and Harrah's. There are actually
Yeah.
homes
They
there.
think we all live
Cardboard.
at the casino.
Yeah. And the second one is, what do you teach your children in school?
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to
Blackjack.
livid19.com with the few minutes we have left. Let's talk about what that's all about.
Livid19.com is the website. You can go there and get shirts like this, hats, coffee mugs, women's
I
shirts.
saw tank tops on there.
Phone cases. There's men's and women's shirts. It's basically, it was something that was inspired and created. Hey, there it is.
Look at that.
That coffee
It's
mug
you
was.
again.
That's me again.
Morning Joe.
That actually coffee mug was made for me by our friend Anthony Cools.
It's a huge mug.
Yeah, so the ones that you buy online, don't look quite like that, but they're there. But anyway, it was
So bait and switch.
yeah, it was. I just wanted to give Anthony a little plug there. But it was inspired and created by yours truly during the lockdown because, after
You were
all,
pissed off.
We're all a little livid about something these days. It doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on. You could be livid about not getting unemployment, losing your job, all the deaths that's happened, all the protests. You could just go on and on. We all have something that we're livid about. And so that's what it is. It's not and people ask me sometimes, I give them the stickers. I go, well, what's it mean? I go, we're just all a little livid about something.
It's whatever you want it
What's
to
it
mean.
stand for? It's like
Yeah.
whatever you want it to stand for. Just wear it like that. It's like, this is what it is. It's a little funny play on words. And, it's a time-sensitive sort of piece. Like, in 2 years from now, it's not going to be...
It could be a
big
collect-
hit.
It could be a
it's
collector's
you
item.
taking action,
Right.
being an entrepreneur.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Bravo.
I know. So I kind of devised it up. My buddy Mark Messina, he did the website. He's my partner on this, so he's kind of running that end of it. But we're trying to push it, trying to get people to be livid along with us. So be livid and wear it and be livid about it, as the commercial says.
I think Gypsy's livid.
So you can
I
go.
am.
There's a
many
Facebook
different
page.
reasons.
There's an Instagram page. There's a YouTube commercial stuff. So it's everywhere, and we're all a little livid. Thank you.
Livid19,
Nice.
Yeah.
livid19.com. There is no dash in the website URL. It's just livid19 straight through.com.
Yep.
And you'll see all the products there. I checked it out before we went on the show. Some great stuff, very basic stuff. And the prices are very good for a price point for what we're trying to do to follow through with this.
Well, thank
Which,
you.
by the way, speaking of livid, but following all of the guidelines, red alert.
red alert.
We need to end on red alert because it's happening tonight.
What? Oh, that's right.
Red alert.
Yes,
Red
thank you.
alert.
Thank you so much for reminding
Yes.
me. A couple of weeks ago, we had some folks on from an organization here in town called We/EC. We, the entertainment community of Las Vegas, did an awareness event down on Las Vegas Boulevard, on the Boulevard in Flamingo, to raise awareness for just that entertainers or anybody involved in any aspect of entertainment. So we're talking about everything from ticket sales to the conventions to sound to set, whatever it is. If you're involved in the entertainment community in any way, shape, or form, the awareness level was raised. Now, tonight, as part of that as well, is basically red alert night. So what they've asked some of the casinos, they've asked businesses that, is there a specific time? I don't remember.
Yes, 9 to midnight.
9 to midnight. Use
Yeah.
a red light. Casinos
Yeah.
are supposed to be turned on red. If you're at home and you can put a red light bulb in somewhere or whatever it is, reflect your red so that it shows that you're in support of the entertainment community. And you could do, this is also, is it national or just Vegas?
I believe it's going national.
national.
I don't
Yeah.
know which places, but we're going to have, I say we, I'm one of you guys now. Just don't ask me trivia questions 'cause I don't know.
You're about the jokes, aren't you? It's all about the jokes.
Just all about
It's the delivery of the jokes, right?
Just whammy.
But I'm there on the livid line with you, wearing the mask. They're all about the guidelines and staying safe
That's right.
tonight. So I'm going to be on Fremont Street. They're having a big event, big gathering down on Fremont Street. Some of you see I just shared the post. They're having the Smith Center. Is that what it's called?
I think so.
Smith Center is
Yeah.
going to be lit up, but that's not open to the public. They can't open up the parking lot and have people in there.
Right.
They have to follow the guidelines. That's just for the people who know how to do the lighting.
Right.
But we can all be downtown in support of Red Alert tonight.
If
Join
you have,
me, 9
if you
o'clock.
have red Christmas
Yep,
lights, people
by
are
the
putting up
plaza.
the red lights that they may have had for the holiday settings, whatever it is, put something red out. I'm trying to find a red light bulb. I'll switch my garage light out on my street, whatever, and support the entertainment community to raise awareness that, and we're not going to get political here, but
Nope.
entertainment needs to come back. If other forms of things are opening up to even a minimal crowd, entertainment needs to come back so that we, the entertainers here in Las Vegas, need to do their thing, shine, and quite frankly, put Vegas back into a positive light for what it does, not only for Vegas, but for the world as well. Because we have no...
Absolutely correct.
We have no backup plan in Las Vegas. If we're not known for entertainment or casino work, we don't have another industry that we can fall back on. Some people believed it would be the sports world to a degree. Yes. But when you can't put 60,000 people into
No.
Allegiant Stadium, when you can't put
No.
15,000 people into T-Mobile, and you can't do that, our backup plan disappears. Now, I love Mount Charleston. I love all the natural beauty in Las Vegas, but I don't know if anybody from Australia, if I may use Australia as an example,
Yes.
is going to come out here to hike Mount Charleston.
Yeah.
No.
People from California may drive out here, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But what is going to be the main draw for people to continue?
People
to
who
come
live
to
in
Las Vegas?
Vegas don't go to Mount Charleston.
That's actually, it's funny you say that. After the show, my daughter's meeting me at my house, and we're actually going up to hike in Mount
I go
Charleston.
there all the time. I take my
Yes.
dog up there. And you know what the funny thing is? You never. I'm not being racial. You see all the Mexican families up there,
Right.
Because they love it. They go up
Absolutely.
there all barbecue, and you hardly see any.
And it's
people
gorgeous
don't-
up there, cooler
people don't go up
temperatures.
there.
I think since lockdown and jobless, so many people have started doing the things they never took the time to do.
Because they
Right.
can.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Are you sure you don't
Yeah.
want to show that stuff since we're running over anyway? You gave
Yeah.
us a few extra
Oh,
minutes.
yeah, if you want. I forget there's a video I forgot to show from last Saturday. I thought this was
What-
kind of
what
cool.
video was it?
It's called, it's not a video.
It's a picture.
It's just a picture.
Well, there is a gypsy
Yeah.
video he says up there.
Oh,
Plus
oh
the
no, you can show the video next week, but it was just some pictures of. I thought this was cool when I was walking through Harris, I think it was. So if you have the munchies, you're out, you're drunk, you got the munchies.
Oh, wow. Cake,
Look
what
at
is it?
that.
A cake
It's
ATM.
a freaking cake ATM.
ye-
Or if you're an entrepreneur, look at that. $8.50, or no, $8.95. Look at that.
Bargain.
There better be cake in that.
You know-
gold in that cake.
I just thought that was cool. I'm like, I want one of those in my house.
But you know what, Gypsy? Those things there, those machines
Yeah.
like that, they've been in Japan for like 30 years, 40 years.
Selling cake and
Anything,
little, oh,
anything.
Wow.
Don't they also have a red light district in vending machines somewhere?
Oh my
I've
God,
seen
I
that.
hope
Well,
not.
I
We're
swear-
going to have a red light district tonight.
That's right,
what
that's right.
everybody-
Wait, you
yeah.
mean people in the machines?
I don't know if it's
No. They, I've never seen it. They say that, but you go over there, you can buy coffee, you can buy drinks, sandwiches, food, everything on vending machines.
Right.
Wow.
That's going to happen here.
just out of convenience. It has to.
Yeah.
Nobody
Well,
wants to
convenience-
touch money.
Yeah,
It's
it's
convenience,
sanitary.
and also, you go to a restaurant in Japan. It's an
Yes.
ATM. You say, I'm going to have that
Right.
curry. You push A3.
Right.
You put your credit card in.
That's right.
There's no people taking your money. They put your food out. You get it. There's no waitress. There's only one guy working there.
Right.
Automation. That's going to happen
it's
here.
It's elimination of jobs.
Yep, it's going to happen here.
My
Unless
daughter
the
experienced that
video I
last year.
sent, I don't know if I sent you the right video, but I did make a video of, and I did it a couple weeks ago at Santa Fe, but now we also saw it at Harrah's, where instead of sitting at the blackjack table, there's the electric screen.
Oh, I saw that.
And like 20 freaking tables. I don't know if I sent you that.
What is
I
it?
don't
The
think
electronic
so.
dealer?
Yeah, electronic
Oh,
dealer.
they've had those
So
before, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
I
now
saw that at
a
Caesars.
machine can deal to 20 to 30 people. You can play baccarat, you can play roulette, you can play blackjack. So that means they just eliminated at least 5 dealers positions, and they didn't just create that for COVID. That machine did not
Oh, I
happen
know.
overnight.
They've been before.
Plus no tip.
Yeah.
So that means all the money stays in the house.
And have you
'cause
noticed the people on the
they-
machines?
yeah.
It's either a very buxom woman or a really good-looking guy, the dealers. Have you noticed?
I did notice the one at
the
Caesars.
electronic pictures? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no ugly people.
Yeah.
It's just part of what we've
Yeah.
been going through before we hit this lockdown was the not interacting between people
Right.
anymore.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
you go to the gas pump, you put your card in, put your pump for gas, you
Oh
go
God,
away.
I put a glove on.
Right, but I
Yeah.
mean that's
Right.
that's one
Yeah.
of the things you used to always go
Yep.
in. Hi, I'll take $5, $10 and pump
Right.
number 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
Or the guy
You're-
used to run out to your car to do it.
Right.
Oh, you flash back.
Or even like just a simple thing like pull over because I'm lost. I need to ask somebody for directions.
Right.
You're interacting with somebody. We don't do that because we have it on our phone.
Well, you get
Yeah.
shot now.
Everything that we
Oh,
normally
yeah.
would do, bank tellers. There's 2 bank tellers, but there's like 5 machines that people go
Right.
up
Yep.
and do it themselves. Look at Vegas. What does Vegas do? It's all little machines where people are by themselves. It
Yep,
used to
guilty.
be tables where you're all there interacting.
Right.
But now those tables are disappearing.
And now there's
there's
plexiglass
machines.
between you.
And
two.
as I say
Right.
again,
So-
reinventing itself.
So
Right.
you know the whole
Yeah.
disassociating us to
That's what it.
that's what we've been going through before we even got to this, and now it's escalating even more to where we won't even interact with people anymore.
When I can go online and order my weekly groceries and have them delivered to my door without actually walking into the store, I cross the line there. I don't.
So,
I know.
so are you talking to me? Is going to go to? Are you talking to me?
That's right.
Like,
It's
whoa,
going to scare
someone's talking
people.
to me. Oh my
Exactly.
God.
Please email me.
I know.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Can you send that in a text, please?
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, we are. I think
Hey,
we're done
what?
for the day. I think
Are
we're
we?
done.
Why do we have to go?
Well, I don't know. My daughter's meeting my house in 20 minutes, so I don't want to leave her
Bring her on
hanging.
the
She's
show.
fine.
Yeah.
She. That's,
It's the
How did you really know?
24-hour show.
Is there another show that's lined up next? Or
Actually, you know what?
God, that
Juice-
would be cool doing
Actually,
a 24-hour.
I'm gonna suggest this. You guys, you mentioned not performing on Facebook
Yeah.
and in front of the toilet bowl. I happen to know a certain broadcast studio with its letters GLV, where musicians can come in here and do live shows from a studio rather than in front of their toilets. So I don't know. I mean, it just silly me. The thought just popped into my head.
Yeah, there's I know my friend Tierney. She's got a like a Legends type show. She does Lady Gaga, and her husband is an Elvis. Travis, and they're doing a weekly show where they're basically, it's called Stars in Quarantine, and so they've got a nice setup and they're putting people up on there. But
People want live shows, though.
The thing is like, it's cool, like you said, hey, God bless you, more power to you if that's what you want to do, that's great. But it's kind of a sad reminder of what we've been going through. We did it for a little while and it was kind of cool, but it's worn off.
Yeah.
I feel like,
people get sick of it.
I just can't watch it. I want to support them, but I can't watch it because I'm tired of seeing people on a little screen. You want to see live entertainment. And
So-
the more we embrace
Hang on,
this,
they're watching us on a little screen.
The more they embrace, no, but the more they embrace this online performances as the
more they
new
adapt.
normal,
They
it's like,
adapt.
excuse me, that's not the new normal.
So then let me change the
I hate
suggestion.
that
temporary
expression.
normal.
If you
It's the
guys,
temporary
if
normal.
you two, since you have so much time on your hands, ever want to do your own broadcast show, like a talk show? I know a station that begins GLV that
GLV.
could always use talk show hosts.
Imagination.
So I'm just throwing it out there since you have so much time to fill.
Will there be a wacky guy doing all sound effects?
Always.
Probably.
You got to have the wacky guy.
Although the
Cat.
wacky guy has to choose better timing when to drop them in instead of them going over when somebody's talking.
Timing.
Sue me, dickhead.
See? He waited till I stopped talking that time. Anyway, listen, guys, it's been fun. I
right.
wish, whatever it's going to happen, we know you guys are going to harness it in some form or another.
I just have one thing to
Please.
say in sign off. The whole virus thing, it could be stopped tomorrow, and we could never have any viruses and any colds going around again. If this happens, stop picking your nose. Don't pick your nose. Now let me go on that because there's 3 ways that we can get sick. Now remember this: eyes, nose, mouth. Right? It's the only way that viruses can get into your body. Not through your skin, not through your ear. Eyes, nose, and mouth.
Boogers.
You wash your hands before you eat. You don't rub your eyes. But when we get in the car, we stick the car in drive, and we stick that finger up our nose. We all have done it since we were 1 year old.
I don't wait for the
Now,
car.
and what did they say? Where did this virus? Where did it start? It starts in your nasal cavity.
Yeah, gypsy.
Where does it get? How does it get there? Through the finger. And so about 12 years ago, I stopped picking my nose because I was getting nasal infections, throat infections.
You're a big
is
picker,
there
though.
a support group I can join?
No, I'm preaching this because I've been telling this to people for a long time. And
People
now-
like picking their nose.
And now,
Just don't pick
especially,
your friend's nose.
you want to not get sick? Don't pick your nose. When they say don't touch your face, it's a nice way of saying don't pick your nose. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't pick your nose, you will not get sick. I haven't been sick in 12 years, and I
That's
don't
disgusting.
pick my nose. I don't pick my nose.
The views and
And there you
opinions.
have it.
The
What
views
was the
and
one,
opinions
the one
expressed.
bad habit that we've had since we were a little kid that Mom always said, don't pick your nose. Stop picking your nose. We were 1 year old, and we had that finger up our nose. We're 40, 50, 60 years old.
Portable lunchbox.
We're still doing it. Don't pick your nose, everybody. We'll end this tomorrow.
Oh, and this
Thank
one
you.
time at band camp?
All right, the views and opinions expressed. I think on that
Are not a
note,
And
reflection.
that story was handpicked, by the way.
That was lovely.
Yeah.
That was lovely, Tony.
Golden Tiki. There you
Golden
go.
Tiki, come out there.
all right, Andrew Hill, Tony Felicetta, thank you guys for coming on. It's been a
Thank you.
blast.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your medical advice, Tony. Thank
Yes,
you.
exactly. He stayed at a Holiday Inn Select last night, so now he's Dr. Tony this morning. So, Gypsy, final thoughts as we close.
I have none after that.
I know. How can you? How can you follow that up? We want to thank everybody for watching today. Hope you've enjoyed today's show. Remember, as soon as we're done, go right to our Facebook page, Time to Vegas, or if you're watching on YouTube, the video will be immediately available as well. So you can go back and remind yourself of
Picking
very
noses.
valuable medical advice that we just got here at the
That's
end of
right.
the show.
Tony
Fauci's
Fauci.
got nothing on you.
Dr. Oz's show is going to be calling him momentarily
Yes.
for his advice. Anyway, stay tuned to our Facebook page so we can let you know who our guest is next week, because as of right right now, I don't think we have a clue yet, do we?
We don't even know.
We don't even know. We don't even know if we're guesting
Hey,
ourselves.
maybe we'll
on
be
our
back.
Hey, maybe, listen, this week we had Andy and Tony. Maybe next week we have Tony and Andy.
Hey.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Right, they'll sit in
Switch
opposite
seats
chairs.
and nobody
There you
will
go.
know.
Chips, you have some
Or
new
we'll
jokes?
all-
New
I'll
jokes?
have some new jokes.
Some new
Yeah.
material?
New material.
All right, with that, we want to wish everybody a great week. Hey, be safe this weekend. It is Labor Day weekend. Whatever you decide to do, please
Yes.
maintain safety. Enjoy whatever it is that you do. And as always, as I like to say, closing out each and every show, be kind to each other for one very special reason. We're all we got. Have a great week, everybody. From all of us here at Time to Vegas, thank you
So
for watching.
goodbye to you and farewell to thee.